Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another brand new trade recap. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and give a thumbs up to the video. So, by the way, I don't have anything on right now. I mean, I don't have a shirt on because I just took a bath. Um, but I was reading some comments under my post. Is that today most of the people were looking for shorts, all right? But as you saw me executing this trade, this trade I took this trade on paper, by the way, and we'll go over this trade. Why did I took this trade? Why did I enter here? Okay, let me first give you the context behind my bullish bias. And it's all right, as you can see right here, Nasdaq, this week's candle opened here. We went lower. I think we swept these lows, this relative equal lows. So Monday swept these equal lows. So smart money is out of the game, right? So if Tuesday's candle again taking out or sweeping the previous day's candle or Monday's candle, the one that already swept these candles low, what mean is that the smart money who went short here, they're out here, all right. They took out all the buy stuff of the traders who went long from here, so they're out of the game. Then what did Tuesday did Tuesday again went lower to take out the Monday's low. What does it mean? It means smart money seeking liquidity to enter longs, all right. And on the weekly time frame, let me give you an insight. All right, on the weekly time frame, let me give you an insight. So on the weekly time, if you look at the chart, price just kept on going lower. So if you put your fib from this high to this low, you could see price now at the midpoint of this whole dealing range. Okay, and on the daily time frame, we had this gap right here, and also I think price probably gonna sweep this high, previous week's high. I think. Well, let me just. All right, my bad. So I think probably price is gonna take out these buy side. And then we have these demons, these two demons here. Okay, and if I go on the 4-hour time frame, look, we have these buy side. Then I think this is a data candle or the Monday's candle when we just opened and shoot it up, and then at the opening of the New York Kill Zone at around 7 a.m. That's the 4-hour candle. On the 1-hour candle, that's the 7 a.m. candle that shoot it up like that. So here there's a lot of liquidity resting above that high. And if you take a fib from this high to this low, this whole dealing range right here, the 50% of that is still intact or intact. I mean, price never tapped into that. All right. So just by looking at this, what do you expect? Even if price just kept on going higher, why do you want to look for shorts? All right. The first question from to you guys, why do you want to look for shorts? If we are seeking higher prices, you may not know these things, but look at this inverse fair value gap. Let me go on the 1-hour time frame. What did you do? What did it do? This is the midnight open, right? This is the Asia session. So we created this swing high during Asia and then broke that swing high with speed. And so what did it do during the London Kill Zone? London Kill Zone took a retracement back into this range. Now if I do the OT level, you could see price tapped into the OT level while it inversed that 4-hour. Man, why am I mumbling, dude? While it inversed that 4-hour inverse fair value gap, then we had this fair value gap on the 1-hour time frame. This one, okay, and then it started pushing higher. So before we stepped into the New York Kill Zone, we already created this swing high right here. What is this swing high right here? that is a failure swing low compared to this one. And if I look at S&P 500, that one also did the same thing. All right, so when we went higher and swept this buy side during the as soon as we I mean the New York kill zone began, if we look at the 50-minute time frame, we swept these buy side. All right, we had another high here, and price dropped lower. Where did it drop? It dropped into this order block right here, this order block, and we had this old 1 hour fair value gap, and we also had this impulsive price leg. So if you put your OTE from this high to this low, look what's happening. Price 930, we open up, we're still within that range. Now on the 50-minute time frame, you might now see decent information here, but if I go on the 5-minute time frame, look what I did before the 930 opening. All right, we tagged these sell stops. What do you think is gonna happen when you see this sell stop being pushed with this move right here? And whenever you see this kind of clean move to the downside before the market open, what do you expect? You expect price to continue towards the direction again, right? So we took out these buys sell stop right here. Then what did 930 do? Did 930 go below this low? All right, so here's my point. What did I enter before the 930? I know that not that I like no. So I anticipate that if I'm right, okay, if I'm right, I don't want to see this low get swept. All right, and the fact that we already swept these sell stop within this range and price just sold off aggressively, and yeah, price just sold off aggressively from after 8:30 opening. We didn't have any SMT, but we did had these failure swings on both of these pairs, right? So then look what happened. This is the 5-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, we swept these. Once we swept that those sell stop, I went to the 1-minute time frame. What did I see on the 1-minute time frame? On the 1-minute time frame, look what I did. We swapped these lows with this move right here. Then price went low again. Okay, pushed some more sell side, trapping more sellers, thinking that we already took out these lows, so we made lower low. Then we again made another lower low here. So what's people doing? People are selling here. People are selling below these low. They are gonna sell below these low. So what did price do? Price broke below that low again, but it tapped into that old 1-hour fair value gap and that 4-hour inverse fair value gap. But what did happen after that? We pushed higher pretty nicely and caused this market structure shift. And when I saw that, I entered off of this breaker block. All right, now you might say, next gen, like, you have this ultra tight stop loss on all of your trades. Why didn't you have a tighter stop today? Because I know that price is gonna engineer some sell side here and probably gonna tap into these 3 consecutive down close candle, which is a bullish order block, and then push higher, which I was right about. But look what happened again. So I took a partial right here on this rejection block, or if you put take your fib and put your fib here and turn on the quadrants, look, where did I took my partials? Right here. Okay, then it tapped into the lower quadrant and sold off, and I trailed my stop loss a little bit tight, but the good thing I did is that I almost sold half of my position right here. I could have put my stop loss right here, but you don't know when market's likely to reverse. I didn't want it to see retracement back into this range. I wanted to see price sweeping that high, then take a retracement. But sometimes that's gonna happen, and that's totally okay. But yeah, so I trailed my stop loss on this rejection block, this one, and price did exactly tapped into that and then went higher. You could see I had my stop loss just there on that rejection block, and then oh man, it just, holy moly, bro, it just moved like 280 points from there. But whatever, I'm happy with my execution. So the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that you have to know where the market is heading. If you don't know that, you don't have any permission to press the button, and you have to know when it's likely to occur, when the move is likely to occur. You can't just enter off of any fair value gap, any order block. You have to know which level is likely to get respect. And then I even told my student um, that I'm looking for bullish prices, and that previous week's high is my draw on liquidity. Now price might not reach up to that, but we are gonna look for bullish prices and bullish setups throughout this whole week. All right, but sometimes um, I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but I'll just wait for my setup to form. If I see the context is there, okay, then I'll just enter the trade. It's not like that I'm entering my trades based off of nothing. I have my concept. I know where it's heading. That's why I have a good win rate. Okay, and you have to know where to put your stop loss. By the way, I didn't take this trade on my live account just because let me show you. Okay, here's the gold trade I took on my live account today. So the time when this setup formed, there was another setup formed on gold as well. And as you can see, I went long here on gold. After this market structure shift, I went long. I have my stop loss here, and I pretty much bailed out here, because if you look at a gold short, it then retraced lower. All right, I pretty much trailed my stop loss pretty tight on this time. I think that was around, was it around 9:30? I could be, but I trailed my stop loss too tight around that time, so I made more like 170 bucks on that trade. And also I took another trade on gold, the final trade that I took on gold, targeting the hourly swing high. Let me show you that one as well. So this hourly high was my initial target. So as you can see, I entered off this fair value gaps, all right, after 9:30, and I pretty much closed the trade above these highs. So these are the two trades that I took on my live account. I made around like I think 292 bucks today, which is not bad, bro, if you're trading a live account and you can do it with consistently. But surely I'll probably trade evals this week. I'll probably buy some evals from Lucid. And by the way, make sure to check out Lucid funding. Still 50% is going on, and I think you can still buy 2 evals with my code NEXTGEN, where you'll get 50% off. Then afterwards you'll have 40% off for your next five accounts. Then the next 5, I think 30%, or maybe the yeah, I think 30%. So make sure to check it out. What the fuck, bro, my bad. But and if you want to trade with my broker, not with my broker, the platform that I trade, make sure to check the link in the description, and make sure to follow me on X. Give a thumbs up to the video, please, dude. Give a thumbs up to the video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, dude. I love you, you know that. I really love you, bro. So I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Till then, be safe, take care of your health, your mental health. Peace out.